MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Lions and the Falcons. Steve Rice, the American League's leading hitter, continues his bid at a batting title right after this. Benji Easel gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
So striding forward now, Caden Watanabe. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Sloan is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first down. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. D-Row, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, this is a team that likes to swing the bat. They're in the bottom third in the league in walks. They're very aggressive at the plate. Look for this pitcher to nickel and dime a little bit. Does not have to come over the heart of the plate. See if he gets a little swing and miss. This lineup has to adjust itself and grind out some more at-bats.
Runs up and gets this one down. This is foul for the first strike. Circle change and a beauty. It's 0-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Hey, D-Row, James Kingsley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approaching.
The first baseman,
So striding in, and as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty B, what we're seeing there is a team, D-Row. They're starting to put the gas pedal down right now. They're starting to get some length in this division.
Yeah, this team's playing well. They're playing with confidence.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Duncan House, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What's your take on him, Dan?
One of the things that jumps out, if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Standing in, Steve Rice. He's had a phenomenal year at the plate, entering this August contest as the league's batting average leader.
I've never been in this position in my career before. I wonder if he's counting games down. You certainly want to walk away at the end of the year with a batting crown.
Yeah, as you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, you know as well as I do, we were down there today on the field. This team is kind of in a little bit of malaise. They need to find a way to snap out of it. Tough homestand, only able to squeak out 1 win. This is a huge momentum game for this team.
Two, here it comes. Still no balls and 2 strikes. And with an average over the 300 mark in his last 10 games, he's showing no signs of slowing down as we begin winding down the regular season.
Yeah, with only a couple weeks left, this guy has given you months and months of production. Every time he strides to the plate, certainly looks confident and has been swinging a hot bat lately.
batting second, the designated hitter, porch.
For the plate now is the designated hitter, Bart Flash. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch on the way.
Nope, ball 1.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. And with an average over 400 over his last few series, he's certainly making his case for the batting title here in August.
Yeah, and this is when you run down the competition. The dog days of August start creeping in. Sweltering heat out there, and you got to find a way to lock in. That's certainly what he's done over the last 10 games. Absolutely crushing the baseball.
Coming to the plate now, Jeffrey Bellamy. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And low, it's a ball and a strike.
1-0.
1-2.
And this pitcher's feeling the flow right now. 2 outs in the first inning. He's got really nice mechanics working right now. Blew that fastball right by.
A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. And he fouls this one off. Popped up. Robinson is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. Digging in the switch hitter, Lou Manuel, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
0-1, no strike.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Fouled away. Down the left field line and deep. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. But for all his success at the plate, his average over the last 10 isn't above the Mendoza line even. Perhaps a slight cause for concern.
Yeah, a lot of guys usually have peaks and valleys throughout the year. They grab about 4 slumps a year. He's only had 10 games where he hasn't swung the bat well, but he's picking the wrong time to do it. He has got to pick up the pace right now.
Stepping up now, Bradley Williams. He's, of course, a long ball threat, currently 3rd in the American League in that category.
Hey, D-Row, up steps one of the best power hitters in the game. And actually, he hit one out of the ballpark in his last game.
Yeah, and I hear you talk about all the time they come in bunches for the power hitters, and that's certainly the case right here. Better be very careful throwing anything over the heart of the plate today.
Started the breaking ball far too inside that time, laid off for ball 1. And while he's been one of the best at the plate all year, his recent numbers have brought him back down to earth a bit.
Yeah, he's running into the dog days right now, but over the last 10 games, he's almost at 300, and that's nothing to shake a stick at. Most guys would take that for an entire season. This guy has watched his average dip just a smidge over his last 10 games.
Down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And while he's cultivated one of the league's best batting averages, the pace has slowed down ever so slightly in recent days. He's hitting under 300 over his last 10 games.
Yeah, the last 10 games he's certainly treading water right now. But if you can mix in that knock when you don't feel great at the plate, the track record says he's going to get hot again, and when he does, watch out.
Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
He's set and the pitch. A bullet to first base. And now they'll tag him out between first and second. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. And we are tied 0-0. Next will be the cleanup hitter, John O'Neill. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Bouncer up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And there's one away.
Batting fifth. Not shortstop. Kevin Root.
At the plate, Kevin Root, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the pitch. And he popped him up. Graybo backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Batting fifth. The right fielder. Pat Sample.
Set to get his evening at the plate started. Pat Sample batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First offering on its way. Line towards center field. Watanabe is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So coming to the plate, Buster Robinson. He was 1 for 4 back in Wednesday's contest.
Number 7.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
That's the ball. Ball 1, no strike.
Slider laid off for a ball. A bit of a hanger, but it's laid off and called a strike. The 2-1 is in there for the second strike.
Not the ideal location for a changeup up in the zone, but he got away with it.
Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting it. The second baseman. Caleb Graybo.
Stepping into the box, Caleb Graybo. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The 1-0.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders, but now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike. Now the 2-1 pitch.
Count is 3-1.
A.J. Anderson will be next. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. And this is pulled fouled as he was way out in front there. And another another foul ball. Payoff pitch one more time. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Nanny. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
In now, A.J. Anderson. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. And it's fouled away. The 2-2. Caden Watanabe would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Popped him up. Myers shading to his right, and that ends the inning. Ready now, Rodney Myers, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So after the leadoff base hit, they'll have his wheels to contend with here.
Turn and burn, baby. He smelled that beater coming inside right there. Didn't do too much damage with it, but was able to get the head out and drive it for a nod.
Standing in now, Judd. Strike taken to throw. He's well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. The 0-1 pitch. And he lays off for ball 1. Drilled to first, and he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third.
Batting ninth, the left fielder, Joel Sloan.
Stepping in, Joel Sloan. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he lays off there, 1-0. That's by him for strike 1. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. No score here, but a potential run is 90 feet away with 1 gone. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. As a look, now the pitch. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full, 3-2.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pop commit, and bury that inside. It leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
Lifted into the air to shallow center. Watanabe has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. All set for the start of the fourth, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Caden Watanabe.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some.
And a sliding effort there, but that ball had eyes, and the leadoff man's on base to start the inning.
Now that designated hitter, DJ Tate.
To the plate now, DJ Tate. And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right. Sample will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. So with a runner at first and one gone, time to bring in our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And boy, you can see it there. A couple of power arms out there as both of these guys are working in the high 90s. Now batting, Na. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch outside. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
Good steal of second there, and that really sets up the middle of this order to drive in a run and break this scoreless ball game. Always great if you can score first early in the game.
He won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Just one hit apiece for both of these clubs. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Fouled off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Trying to send him packing for the second time to third. And there are two away now.
The right fielder, number 32, Manuel.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Lou Manuel, runner in scoring position with Sugan. First offering on its way. Right side, hit hard. And that is into right field, a base hit. The throw to the plate. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. So one run on two hits, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Cairo leads it 1-0. Stepping in now, Steve Rice. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate now, Bart Flash. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
The 2-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Rice aboard here at first with nobody out. 3-2 now.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup or do you stay with the heater?
Payoff pitch one more time. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Here comes the right fielder. He's there and records the first out.
Now back, the first baseman, Jeffrey Bellamy.
Into the box, Jeffrey Bellamy. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Called a strike there, 2-1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Now the 2-1 pitch. There goes the runner. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
The batter, the pitcher, John O'Neill.
Striding in once again, John O'Neill. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. And he fouls this one off. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Fastball, and it gets by him, a swinging strike.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
3-2, full count. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get down for a base hit. Rice blows through the stop sign, headed for home, and he's safe at the plate. We're all square at one apiece.
Hey, there's a good job of battling right there, D-Row. Pitcher had the advantage with 2 outs, 2 strikes. You're 1 pitch away, and boy, what a terrific piece of hitting right there.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. Some guys are not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. They'll take that pitcher deep in the count, feeling comfortable about it. That's the type of hitter this guy is, and he was able to come through.
Into the box, Kevin Root, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Hit to third. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On to the top of inning number 5 we go, all tied at 1-1. New inning set to get underway. We're coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Bradley Williams. First offering on its way. Yanked on the ground down the line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Tried to change a pace with 2 strikes there, but it misses 1-2.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Stepping in, Bronson Ware. He's 0 for 1 thus far. '50th pitch of the game on its way.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches, anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
The 2-2. Bouncer to the left side. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 7.
Digging in now, Buster Robinson. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Counts 1-0.
2 out, nobody on. That's wide, 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Hey, I know the idea is to try to get the guy to swing on a 2-2 pitch, right? But that one was so low, I don't know anybody that would have swung at that pitch.
Once again, a 3-2. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and the inning continues.
And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit. He's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
Settling in now, Caleb Grabo. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
He's set. Here it comes. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. For the 0-1, he'll check on first, and he'll dive back in safely. back in. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. At the plate, Pat Sample.
Leading off for the Falcons, the right fielder, Pat Sample.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
The count now at 2-1. And now pitch on the way.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Now at the plate, Rodney Myers. He reached on a single in his first try. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that misses for ball 1. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
This guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
At the plate, Judd. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0 home. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. First and second here with nobody out. This is line to left. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Sample rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead. Nathaniel Segovia is going to come in now and take over following the injury.
Nathaniel.
Coming to the plate now, Joel Sloan. And it seems like maybe they're starting to get to the guy on the mound a bit now.
Yeah, and that could be a sign that he's starting to wear down a little bit, Matt. The first thing to go when you're getting tired is usually your command. So even if you're throwing strikes, they might be a little bit more hittable than they were earlier in the game.
All right, something to keep an eye on if he remains in the game much longer. Maybe a favorable call there, taken for a strike. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at second and third here, nobody out. Fastball called strike, 1-2. Fouled away. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Throw down to first, 1 away.
Good pitch there. That was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Ready for another shot now. Steve Rice. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield would be a big one right here. Don't try and do too much. You know there's a...
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Here's the first pitch to him. Bart Flash is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
The 1-0. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. There's 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network after this. Now at the plate, A.J. Anderson comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
A.J. Anderson.
Here comes the first pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And it's fouled away. And they'll try and tempt him with 1 in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
Fouled off. Here's another 1-2. inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now back, the 7th fielder, Caden Watanabe.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Caden Watanabe. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Myers is there, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now back, designated hitter, DJ Tate.
Next will be the designated hitter, DJ Tate. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. Now here's a swing and yet another pop-up toward the left side of the diamond. Myers is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Peter Hanrahan enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Ready once again, Jeffrey Bellamy.
The first baseman, Jeffrey Bellamy.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And he takes ball 1. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. Now the 1-0. This one skied out toward right. Manuel is there, and he has it for the out.
The captain, John O'Neill.
Digging in once again, John O'Neill. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch.
1-0.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
At 2-0 now. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. On a good pitch there. Had him stretching to get out there. And it's 2-2 now. pitch on the way. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. Is swung on and missed. He got him.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
So now to the plate, Kevin Root. As he'll take a look at ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. 1-0 pitch on the way. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Now in the box, Na. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
To the plate now, Lou Manuel, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Now the 1-0 is a ball below the zone. Wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
We're in the 7th inning now. The pitchers duel. 2-1 our score. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Hit hard to third. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 20. Segovia.
Striding into the box, Nathaniel Segovia. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. First offering on its way. Trying to check it, and it's 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Circle change here, but it's taken for ball 2. Two out, nobody on. Drilled right back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Now here comes the skipper out of the first base dugout heading for the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Cedric Morrow will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th. Stepping in now, Bronson Ware, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Two out with the man at first. Behind 0-2 now. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning.
With a traditional 7th-inning stretch.
Last half of the 7th here, and standing in the outfielder, Pat Sample.
Pat Sample.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there, 0-1.
Yeah, he made up his mind early to take the first pitch because that thing was right down the middle.
Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Popped him up. Ware over to his right. And that's the first out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Digging in, Rodney Myers, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
Fouled away. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Now a swing and little pop-up here right behind home plate. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Now batting, number 22.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Judd, he'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. Ware is under it, and that ends the inning. Digging in to try it again, Buster Robinson. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In there at the letters 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And he'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I know it wasn't pretty right there, Dan, but that has to frustrate the pitcher. Leadoff guy, anytime he gets on, usually creates a problem.
Hey, you know what, Dio, it's especially tough when you get as late in the game as we are right now. Anytime you get that leadoff guy on and have that pitcher start pitching out the stretch, it always puts more stress on that pitcher pitching out of the stretch.
Caleb Grabo stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Storm Rollins will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 5. Storm Rollins.
Standing in now, A.J. Anderson, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Pitch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. Big swing and a miss here. 2 strikes. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Rice is there to make the catch, and that's a big out, number 1. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with 1 away.
You'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
Stepping into the box, Caden Watanabe, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
Hey, it's nearly impossible to turn 2 with a guy that could run like this. It's even harder when he comes out of the box hitting from the left side. You really need something tailor-made to even have a chance to get him at first.
Swing and a line drive into left field, a base hit. In comes the runner from third, and we are tied here in the 8th. And he'll make it to third base safely with only 1 out as the go-ahead run.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
Mason Payne is given the ball here to try to work out of a tough situation. 2 runners in scoring position to deal with. Riding in, DJ Payne. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
From the stretch. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike.
Boy, this is a dicey situation right here, D, where with the runner in scoring position, the sac fly brings that run in. This is where you're going to really have to try to keep the ball on the ground as a pitcher. What do you want to do as a hitter, D-Ro?
Yeah, right here, you are looking for anything above the belt. You see it up, you have to let it go. This is where you have to check your ego at the door. Something has to be elevated and put into the outfield. Give your team a chance to score a run.
A slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Runners are at second and third with one down. That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team moving.
Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So digging in now, Nanny. First offering on its way.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
Here's the 1-0. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
Got to sit middle when a guy's trying to pitch around you. If he's going to give you first base, take it.
1-1. Here it is. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Second and third, 2 away. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
3-1, here it is. And he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
And this is the right move here. With first base open, take the bat out of this guy's hands every single time.
So a big moment here, and standing in, Lou Manuel, as he's presented with the bases loaded situation in a tie ball game. First pitch coming, here it is.
Lou, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find the strike zone in the worst way.
The 1-0. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
I kind of like the aggressive attitude right here. I know he's in a jam. What does he do? He goes to his best stuff, and that's the fastball.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Bases are loaded here. 2 down. On the ground, left side. That's a base hit. He's in there at the plate. And they've taken the lead here in the 8th. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Well, that's a huge base hit right there, Gibble. We're getting late into this one, and that gives them the lead by 2.
Yeah, that could be a backbreaker right there. We'll see how this one ends up, but nice job to get that knock right there to drive in a pair.
plate now, Nathaniel Segovia. No balls and 1 strike. A base hit in his first trip. Here it comes. And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now. Three runs already home here. Count remains at 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Count 1-2.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Cairo leads this one 4-2. Storm Rollins stays in the ballgame in the 9-hole and takes over at second base. James Aparicio is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Leading off the inning, Joel Sloan, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Segovia has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting.
And in a 4-2 game, time to check the numbers here. It's our starter comparison as we see how these 2 performances stack up against one another. Now at the plate, Steve Rice. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2.
2 strikes.
Lays off 2-2 now.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
And it's fouled away. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Bart Flash is on deck. Now the payoff pitch home. Fouled off.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
And this pitch is swung on and missed, and the AL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, 2 away.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
At the plate, Bart Flash. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
One pitch away from wrapping up a very good innings work out of the bullpen here.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. And he will make the catch here just in front of the first row, and that will end the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. We've played 8 full. Cairo is out in front 4-2. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Bronson Ware. Here comes the first pitch.
0-1's the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a curveball, but he might have flown open a bit. It's 1-1. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Ball hit high to the right side. Bellamy over to his left. 1 away.
Now batting, number 7.
Stepping up to the plate, Buster Robinson. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Oh, that's out.
1 out, nobody on. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Storm Rollins will be next. The 3-1. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter on the box, second baseman, Storm Rollins.
Into the box now, Storm Rollins. First pitch of the at-bat. Line to the right side. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
In now, A.J. Anderson, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the 0-1. Didn't threaten the zone there. Looked like it might have actually popped out of his hand a little early. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Runner on first with 2 away. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. Jason Taylor is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. Striding in to start the ninth, Jeffrey Bellamy, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off of closers, but this guy hasn't been super dependable so far this season, and he's blown several saves up to this point.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Count 1-0.
That's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
Now the 2-0 home is laid off of for ball number 3.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
3-0. This will ricochet off of him on the mound. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now. And looked like he really left himself open after he released, and this ball came back and got him pretty good. And without speculating too much here, it's looking, at this point at least, like he will be able to continue out there. We should hope. So stepping in, John O'Neill. Now here it comes.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Set. Here comes the 1-1. It's 1-2.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
Breaking ball called just a bit low.
2-2.
That is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Classic slider down and away for a strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box, Kevin Root, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Now here's the pitch.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
2-run game, last of the ninth with 2 away. And that misses as well. 3-0.
Well, this is a big pitch right here. 2 outs in the ninth. The last thing you want to do is walk a guy and bring the tying run to the plate.
In there, 3-1.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned it the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
The 3-1. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Excellent work putting the finishing touches on this one. Picking up save number 30 now on the year. Nice job from him.
4-2 the final score tonight. The Lions came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Peter Hammerhand earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Jason Taylor hammers down the save, his 30th. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Fans are final line score. First for the victorious visiting team. 4 runs on 9.